Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That little bit of a jam there was something I recorded because I needed a piece of music to illustrate what I'm talking about today, which if you've seen the title of the video, you know it's all to do with strumming, and I was doing some strumming in that video, so there, it counts. The subtleties of rhythm guitar are often overlooked, and if you find that your strumming sounds a little bit flat, it's one of the things that I often get from my students. I've learned this strumming pattern, you know, usually it'll be described on ultimateguitar.com as down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, or something like that. How you can do two consecutive downstrokes without putting an upstroke in between them is a mystery to me, but we'll leave that for another day. If you feel that your strumming sounds a little bit flat and lifeless, then it's probably missing this ingredient. Here's some information.
Here is the explanation.
Okay, this is something that I don't think knowingly I've seen any other guitar teacher talk about, and I will confess that it's something that I overlooked for many, many years. The problem being that, you know, you get somebody like me when I first started who could play the guitar, and I found myself between jobs. I still consider myself, you know, being between proper jobs 30 odd years later. Found myself between jobs, put an advert in the local paper, started, you know, kind of touting myself as a guitar teacher. And one of the things that you teach people when you know they're first learning is how to strum, and you go down, then you go up, and you keep that motion going, and etc. But you know, let's say we're talking about an eighth note rhythm, like we heard in that piece earlier, where it's going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and if you just let that kind of carry on, you know, like that, it sounds a bit flat. Maybe you're doing some kind of slower tempo 16th note rhythm. Like that. Again, it's a bit lifeless. And it doesn't really come to life until you start adding accents, emphasis. Okay, so let's say I was just going to play like an eighth note thing on a G and a D chord, you know. So instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to accent beats 2 and 4. Hopefully the YouTube compression isn't kind of spoiling the effect there. But what I'm doing is I'm emphasizing, I'm hitting louder on beats 2 and 4. The way you create this effect is not by necessarily hitting louder on beats 2 and 4, but back off on 1 and 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. What I often tell my students to do is to strum normally on 2 and 4, but go back to about 50% of the normal amount of oomph that they put into it on the other beats. It works with 16th note beat rhythms as well. So if I'm thinking kind of 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and then, you know, if I just hit the 2 and the 4 just that little bit louder, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You hear the difference. Without it, with it, all you basically got to do is place the accent where the drummer is usually placing the accent, which is on beats 2 and 4, the snare drum, the loud kind of snappy sounding drum, the loudest part of the kit arguably. Sorry for the noise, there's builders next door. That's what you're trying to kind of lock into. And in some cases, like on the electric part, the electric rhythm guitar part on that piece earlier, that's all I was doing. I was just kind of playing on the 2 and the 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that. Sometimes that's all it needs, especially if you've got like a full band there. You don't need to do the full-on kind of 8th note rhythm. And there it is, a simple little trick which is often overlooked and can make the difference between your rhythm sounding plodding and pedestrian and sounding like it's got a bit of life to it. Now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it.
And now, a message from our sponsor.
Hello chaps, I just want to butt in here for a second to let you know that if you're enjoying these videos, you can get them weeks, if not months in advance by signing up for the Tier 2 level of my Patreon membership. Tier 1 at $3 a month gets you access to the tabs and jam tracks and so on that accompany the YouTube videos when they go out on YouTube. But if you can't wait and you want early access, Tier 2 is what you need. $6 a month, you get early access to the videos and any associated tabs and so on. Plus you also get a twice monthly at the moment, although I'm looking to make it a little bit more frequent, Zoom hangout with me and the other Tier 2 chaps. If you're not interested in an ongoing financial regular commitment each month, then fear not, you can also purchase individual pieces of content, a tab or a jam track or anything like that for $3 a pop. No ongoing commitment, no nothing. You can just buy it and it's yours to keep. And I think that's covered everything, so that's the shilling done with. Now back to the show. So there you have it. It's all about using accents, and it's something that you can do pretty quickly and just get. It's one of those things that an experienced guitarist, me included when I first started teaching, it's something that you do so intuitively that you overlook it in terms of, well, I need to explain that as well. And as I say, I haven't really seen anybody else on, not that I kind of have a lot of time to troll YouTube for guitar videos, but I've not really seen many other guitar tutors address this thing of using accents in your strumming to just give it that little bit of a lift. So there you go. Now, hopefully I've covered it. That's the topic sorted out. And that's the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed that, found it useful in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. And of course, don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We drink beer and talk, basically. It's Friday. It's just a beer and a chat on a Friday. What's not to like about that? Great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.